Hey, it's Kurt, and today I want to talk to you about getting more done than you ever thought possible. So one of the most common questions I get is things along the lines of, I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I'm not getting as much done as I think I could be able to get done, and I'm doing a lot of busy work. So I'm busy all day, 9 to 5, but I'm not doing the things that I know will move the needle on my business. Okay, so today in our Sunday drive, we're going to talk about two things. One, some mindset shift strategies that are going to help you focus, be more productive, and get more done. Some simple truths on that. And then second, we're going to talk about email productivity, because I guarantee 80% of your problems are coming from your inbox. But before we get in the car and do that, we're going to visit with my wife, who has some thoughts on the topic.
Just let it go, do what you need to do, get shit done. Because even if somebody can do it 80% as well as you, you're still getting it out there, you're getting it done, you're getting it delivered. And that's going to be better than drowning and missing out on things and not getting stuff done because you're so overwhelmed.
Is it hard to let go?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Why is it so hard to let go?
Because you know that you can get it done and you know the quality of your work. And I totally understand not trusting others to live up to that level of quality that you would put into your own business because it's yours. So, I mean, I get it.
So, lesson one to being super productive is that you gotta first decide your own fate. A lot of people's issues with not being able to get done what they want is that they're putting other people's priorities ahead of their own. So imagine this. You say before you get to work, I'm gonna get these 3 things done today. Just 3 things. Then you sit down and you check your email and you've got some things. So, well, I just reply to this and, well, I could fix that. And pretty soon, it is now like 4:30 and you have 30 minutes left to do the things that you set out to do at 8 a.m. when you thought, man, I have all day to get it done. There's no way I don't get those 3 things done. And instead, you get nothing done of your own stuff. Other people decided for you. So you have to first accept, like, well, hold on. Why am I letting other people arbitrarily decide my own fate and what I do with my time? That's mindset shift 1. Number 2, not all actions are created equal. So if someone just shoots you an email and they ask you some question and you got to spend 30 minutes to research and write a reply, what value did that provide you? And in that 30 minutes, could you have been doing something else, like writing a newsletter for your business, creating content, testing Facebook ads, something else that would have had a much higher return on value? So you need to start thinking about your tasks in terms of return on value. If I'm investing time and money into this, what's that going to do for me in my business? So once you start thinking in that way, pretty quickly it becomes clear, like, oh, these are the things that I should do right now. These are the things that should wait. And hey, these are the emails that I should just delete and forget about. And we'll get to that. And number 3, certainly there are things that have to be done. There are jobs to be done that don't provide immense value for you or your business, but it's just not realistic to get out of them. Say, bookkeeping. Nobody wants to do bookkeeping, right? So that's where you want to look for ways to delegate those things. And early in your business, you're like, I do everything the best, and no one can do it better than me, and I have to do everything. Okay, great. You're going to have no time to do anything. It's just a silly way to think. You want to find anyone or anything that can do the job 80% as good as you. And if you can get that, then do it. Even if they're not doing it exactly the way you would do it, you're not doing it. You are now freed up to do other things. So don't do your own bookkeeping. I use a service called Bench to handle the bookkeeping for me. Don't use a virtual assistant to reply to support emails. Use support ticketing software, right? A lot of delegating tasks does not necessarily have to be via hiring an employee or a person. You can get a contractor like a virtual assistant. You can get AI software that'll do a lot of these things. A ton of stuff can just move to marketing automation. That's what you want to get to, is use that marketing automation, right? So that's really how I would delegate step one. 80% of the busy work you do, I guarantee it's your email. I already know it. You know it. We all know it's your email. We all spend way too much time in our inboxes. It is no fun. So, rule number one with our inboxes is they give us anxiety. They're a huge anxiety source, right? And what's the anxiety about? Well, there's an important email I could be missing. Number one, no, there's not. There probably isn't. And number two, it could wait. Right? Let's establish right now the standard for email responses is 24 hours. If you respond to it within 24 hours of whoever's sending it, outside of nights and weekends, that you reply to it in a timely fashion. All right. If we can accept that's going to let that anxiety monster about our inbox go away. Number two, truth you got to accept. You don't need to respond to every email. When you get spam that says, greetings of the day, and it's in like 3 different fonts, you just delete it, right? You can do that for a lot of emails. Unless you have some like moral, ethical, or contractual obligation to reply, you don't have to reply if you don't want to. I delete emails all the time. I get the dumbest emails you could conceive of. I get emails that go nowhere. And truthfully, most of them are one-sided. I get the emails that go like this. Hey, Kurt, I like your stuff. Now here's 3 paragraphs about me and what you could do for me, and nothing about what value is in it for you. And should we schedule a call? Here's the link. Let's schedule a call. Deleted. You could do the same thing. Once you start looking at the emails and going, all right, what's the value in this? What does this do for my business? Does this move the needle on my business? Does this make my life better or easier? Suddenly it becomes very freeing to start deleting stuff. You know what? If an email is important, they'll follow up on it, right? Like oftentimes I'll delete stuff just to see if they'll follow up. That way I know if it was important to them. Now with your emails, certainly if you get a lot and we've deleted the non-mission critical emails to see if anyone replies to them, right? We still have emails we have to reply to. And that's where I love email templates. So you could start with something simple like canned responses in Gmail, but you absolutely should not be writing out all of your emails from scratch every time. Number one, it's a waste of time. Number two, to get things done quickly, you're not going to write very thoughtful responses, and that's going to come across to people as rude. So I use Text Expander. It is templating software. So let's say someone replies to me, and it's one of those there it says, hey, did you get my last email about a webinar? Okay, they're going to keep following up. So I know I just hit reply and I type 5 characters, semicolon, spam. And when I do that, this piece of software called Text Expander drops in a full email that says, hey, first name, thank you for your email. Thank you for considering me. I must say I have no interest at all in that opportunity and ask that you remove me from further consideration. No reply needed. Send. And there I did 5 seconds. This is done and sent, and they're not going to follow up and bother me again. So you need to be using email templates. Maybe Text Expander is a little advanced, but start simple. Start with whatever you need to, and use email templates. If I write an email 3 times, boom, that is an email template. Another truth about email is if you want to get less email, you need to send less email. The more email you send, the more you will receive. So you know that email shows up and you reply to it in 5 minutes, and then you get another one in 5 minutes. That's where I love send later. So I used to use Boomerang for this. It's a wonderful tool. I still use it. But I've noticed, I think this feature is built into Gmail now, or at least some other extension is adding it, but you need the option to send later. So when I reply to an email, I'll just mark it, send later, send it tomorrow morning, send it later today. Whatever it is, just to delay it. Email is asynchronous communication. We don't need to be replying instantly. Plus, or you know what, think about it as a status symbol. If you're replying instantly to all of your emails, it's not a good look. We all have an issue with monitoring communications, compulsively checking our email. That's where I like this tool called Inbox Pause. My inbox gets refreshed twice a day. That's it. 11 a.m., 4 p.m., which are times suggested by Mr. Tim Ferriss. Inbox pause moves all of my new email into my inbox. That way I can batch it and I'm not constantly checking it. And then so that should make it immediately more manageable. You don't have that cognitive switching cost of constantly checking your email. The other tool I love to go along with that is SaneBox. What SaneBox does is once your inbox refreshes, it then goes through and sorts the stuff. Everything you're CC'd on goes into a folder called Sane CC. And when that happens, I hit Select All Archive. That's it. If it is not to me, I'm not going to bother reading it. It does Sane Later, so emails that you have never responded to can wait. They go into Sane Later, virtually always Select All Archive. If it is a newsletter, it goes into a folder called Sane News, Select All Archive. Boom, that's like half my email gone right there. Then the remaining email, I'm going to look through it and say, all right, which of these can I just reply to quickly with an email template and hit Send Later? And which of these can I forward to a teammate to delegate it and move on with my life? That is how I have been tackling my inbox. But those tools that I mentioned, they're all great. I love them. I endorse them heartily. But they alone won't save you unless you make those mindset shifts and start realizing, hey, your inbox is giving you a ton of anxiety and it is someone else's to-do list, right? You're letting other people write your to-do list, and that's no good. So I hope that helps. And if you'd like to hear more from me, get my newsletter. You can sign up at kurtelster.com. I need to put some gas in this car.